Assalamu alaikum. So we're getting ready for Ramadan, and I wanted to share some of the things that I'm doing for my health to prepare my body for Ramadan. And this includes the things that I'm doing with TCM, which is traditional Chinese medicine, because I am also a Chinese baddie, and I am doing some things to make myself healthier and feel better, and they've been very, very successful. So I wanted to share what I'm doing. First thing I do in the morning is I drink hot water. I've replaced coffee. I will usually delay coffee and have that later on, like in the morning, not first thing. I want to slowly wake up my system, and I do that with hot water. And these guys, these are goji berries. Can you see this? They come dried. And then I just drop a handful in with my warm water and let it set. And then I sip on it first thing in the morning. At the same time in the morning, I have now switched from drinking cold beverages. I used to drink so much Diet Coke and so much like iced tea because I'm in the South and that's what we drink. Flavored waters, things like that. I really wanted to cut out the sugar. I really wanted to give my body a break. And when I learned that I should be drinking warm things and not cold things, especially in the winter, this is when I really paid attention. So I make apple water while I'm getting ready to go to work. What it is it's an apple. You can choose any apple you want, red, green, it doesn't matter, peeled, with the skin, it doesn't matter. I like it with the skin. However, the skin has a wax on it. So if you run the faucet under hot water and run the apple and then like rub it with salt, that will get the wax off. And then I cut that up and I put it into my pot of water. Then I add some ginger, okay? A couple of slices of ginger. And then I add some cinnamon. But here's what I've learned. See the cinnamon? I bought it at the store. It's just regular cinnamon. This is not what I'm going to go for. If you're going to use cinnamon on a regular basis, meaning like more than a couple of times a week or more than a couple of times a month, you want to go with Ceylon cinnamon. That's better for you. So I've got to order that. So I put cinnamon in there as well. And then these are called Chinese jujube chips. This is basically dried red dates. And so I put this, and I'm going to try to open it so you can see what it looks like. So they're literally little dried dates, pieces of dates. Or I will cut up 2 or 3 dates from what we eat here and put them in the water as well, and that sweetens the water. And then I just let it boil, or not really boil, but simmer for like 20 minutes while I'm getting ready. Turn it off, I put it in a thermos, including all of the fruit, and I sip on that all day. And that's been a huge change for me. The other thing that I do is beans, lentils, things like this. I do 2 or 3 tablespoons in the morning and then again at night. This helps with protein and fiber. See, everybody's talking about protein, but nobody talks about fiber. And fiber is just as important as your protein. So I make sure that I get some beans in the morning and in the evening. The other thing that I do is bone broth. This is big. It's expensive. It's worth it. It tastes so good. My dryer's about to make a huge noise. I'm so sorry. I'm doing laundry at the same time. But have some bone broth. At night, I have maybe a cup in the morning that I also sip on warm. And then at night, I will do this. And I'll buy a rotisserie chicken and just put some of the pulled chicken in the bone broth. Maybe add some vegetables and a couple of beans or some lentils, and then a little bit of rice, and that's dinner, like easy peasy. The other thing that I do is apple cider vinegar. Now, guys, you've got to get the apple cider vinegar that has the mother in it. And it says, this one says right here, it's got the mother. If you want to make your own, you can, but it takes like 4 to 8 weeks. Okay, apple cider vinegar is magic because it helps with your digestion, it fires up your metabolism, and it takes away your appetite. Hands down, takes away your appetite. It's like nature's Ozempic. So I started out with 1 to 2 teaspoons in warm water twice a day, either before or after my meals. Now I'm up to 1 to 2 tablespoons twice a day. I don't eat, which has been so helpful when I'm trying to fast because I'm not hungry. I am not hungry. I promise you I'm not hungry. And then when I take it in the morning, I add this. This is MCT oil. It's cold pressed coconut oil, and it's really, really good for your body. And I just put a squirt of this in with my apple cider vinegar, and I add about half a cup of warm water, because you can't have the vinegar by itself. It will tear your stomach up. So I do it with the water. So these things are really, really important. So these are the things that I do. What else do I do? Oh, seeds, super seeds, chia seeds, also very good for fiber, critical for your good health. And I know this is crazy. I'm giving you guys so much information. And my laundry. So sorry about the laundry. This stuff, this is crazy. I'm not selling this. I don't sell anything. This is wild yam cream. Okay, so I started having some hot flashes. And ladies, if you know, you know. Those are not fun. And I don't want to go like the synthetic medicine route. And so a lot of people were talking about this wild yam cream. The company I bought from is called Faith and Grace Organics. And you just put, looks like this. And I just put a little bit like on my neck or on my chest or on my arms like this twice a day. And you know what? It's helping. So that's what else I'm doing. And then for my mind, this book, Being Muslim, A Practical Guide. This book is so good. I have read it before, and now I'm reading it again to get ready for Ramadan, because it gives me such practical advice and kind of brings me back to center. And then, of course, mashallah, I've got this book. This is my favorite. And I'm going to read the whole thing during the month of Ramadan, and I've already started now kind of picking out, like, you know, which areas I'm going to focus on and what I'm going to read. So I hope that this helps you guys. I'm going to start getting my house ready for Ramadan in about a week. So everything's getting cleaned right now, cleaned and ready so that I can put up my decorations. And I would love to see what you guys are doing, what your plans are, and anything else you want to share with me. So inshallah, this Ramadan will be amazing. It's my third one. I'm so excited. So I'll keep you posted. Alhamdulillah.